Imagine this, a row of US fast food joints lining the Niagara border, once buzzing with Canadians grabbing burgers, pancakes, or ice cream on weekend trips. Today, parking lots are empty, restaurants are closing earlier, workers are losing hours. Here's the kicker. Market analysts say American chains lost over $150 million in Canadian tourism spending in just 1 year. This isn't just about cold fries or rude service anymore. It's a boycott, fueled by Trump's tariffs and Canadians deciding no more.
Well, it all comes to Donald Trump, right? He needs an excuse to be and that's what he's doing. Tariffs are bogus, right? I mean, this is just a ridiculous situation that we find ourselves in.
But if you think it's just a few bad meals, wait until you hear which chains are collapsing the fastest. Before we continue, click subscribe below. We don't sugarcoat, we don't protect politicians. We expose what others won't. Here's the deal, a tariff on Canada isn't just a tax on Canadians, it's a tax on the American people. And now, border diners are voting with their wallets. These 11 US chains aren't just losing customers, they're losing relevance, trust, and identity. Number 2, a scandal so big even die-hard fans walked away.
The USA is doing a lot of bad things right now. I'm sure I can find the alternatives. If I can see it's from USA, I don't buy it.
Let's start with the chain that once defined breakfast. Number 11, IHOP. Pancakes gone flat. Step off the highway, stomach growling and craving comfort food. But where are the Canadian license plates outside IHOP? The syrup is high fructose corn syrup. The fruit is canned. And those so-called all-day breakfasts often show up with limp bacon and stale eggs. A Montreal couple went viral comparing a $17 brunch in Canada to a $26 IHOP meal in Buffalo. One looked fresh and colorful, the other like a greasy cafeteria tray. In 2024 alone, Canadian food blogs posted more than 50 critical reviews of IHOP across northern states. The verdict? Bigger doesn't mean better when you walk out feeling sick. But if IHOP's pancakes are a flop, the next chain's chicken comes with something Canadians find unforgivable. Number 10, Chick-fil-A, from curiosity to controversy. At first, Canadians lined up just to try the chicken sandwich, but then they read the headlines. Chick-fil-A's long-standing donations to anti-LGBTQ causes made it toxic in a country where inclusivity isn't a brand. It's the baseline. A survey of Canadian tourists showed a 38% drop in planned visits to Chick-fil-A on US trips in 2024. Combine that with combo meals now creeping over $15, and the shine is gone. And if you think Canadians are avoiding Chick-fil-A, wait until you see what they're saying about $25 burgers in brown paper bags. Number 9, Five Guys. Too greasy, too pricey. A typical meal easily passes $25 before you even add a milkshake. Canadian influencers have blasted the chain in overpriced fails videos, showing $19 burgers that don't even measure up to a $13 local one back home.
Trying a Five Guys hot dog. You guys know how I feel about Five Guys, and in case you didn't, I think it's overhyped and overpriced.
This is the most overpriced burger place in America.
Saltier fries, smaller patties, and stale vibes. Canadians aren't biting anymore. Next, fake charm and soggy pasta. Number 8, Olive Garden. Bottomless regret. When you're here, you're family. Yeah, but it feels more like the in-law everyone avoids. Canadians once forgave the fake Italian charm. Not anymore. Now it's reheated sauces, frozen chicken, and pasta so soggy it could double as baby food. TripAdvisor reviews from Canadian travelers call Olive Garden tourist bait and a microwave dinner with breadsticks. Meanwhile, authentic Italian joints in Toronto and Vancouver are booming. If Olive Garden feels like a relic, the next chain feels like a ghost town because Canadians have already left the neighborhood. Number 7, Applebee's. The neighborhood nobody visits. It used to be a go-to after shopping trips. Today, empty booths, reheated appetizers, and watery cocktails. One viral TikTok showed Toronto teens leaving mid-meal after waiting 30 minutes for frozen wings. Their punchline? Gas station food would have been better. That stung. And it stuck. Canadians are choosing craft pubs instead. Applebee's is frozen in 2008 and diners have moved on. Next, breakfast that fails the most basic test. Number 6, Denny's. Comfort food, no comfort. Once a road trip ritual, Denny's now feels like a dollar store brunch. A Vancouver couple shared their $39 Grand Slam disaster from Buffalo. Cold eggs, burnt toast, and sausage with the texture of rubber. Their review ended with, "Never again." It spread like wildfire. Canadian diners expect fresh, affordable comfort food, not beige booths and mystery meat. And if you thought Denny's was disappointing, the next chain takes outdated to a whole new level. Number 5. Cracker Barrel. Nostalgia no longer works. For years, Canadians loved the novelty of rocking chairs and cornbread, but now it feels like eating in a time capsule. A Montreal vlog group filmed their Cracker Barrel dinner. Glue-textured gravy, cold cornbread, stale mac and cheese. Their video, titled "Canada Deserves Better," it hit 150,000 views and the comments were brutal. Performative nostalgia doesn't work on Canadians anymore. And if Cracker Barrel feels like a relic, the next chain feels like total chaos and costs almost as much as a steakhouse. Number 4, Buffalo Wild Wings. Chaos on a plate. TVs blaring, wings arriving cold, and a $72 tab for wings, fries, and beer. One Winnipeg couple said, "We could have had steak back home for less." Tourism spending reports show a 29% decline in Canadian visits to Buffalo Wild Wings across northern states. Canadians don't want overpriced chaos. They want flavor, atmosphere, and value. But if noisy wings are a problem, wait until you see what Canadians are saying about subs that look nothing like the menu. Number 3, Subway. Eat fresh, not here. In Canada, Subway improved ingredients. In the US, smaller subs, rubbery bread, and tuna that became a meme. Cross-border Canadian sales at US Subways dropped 42% in 2024.
Turns out fewer people are opting to eat fresh these days. The restaurant chain Subway continues to see decline in sales.
The final straw was side-by-side TikToks. One sub from Alberta, one from Detroit. The US version looked like cat food and bread. Now Canadians call it the fast food catfish. Ouch!
All right, now let's try the sandwich. It's just very mid.
And if Subway is catfishing customers, the next chain has lost something even more valuable: the biscuits that used to define it. Number 2, Red Lobster. When the biscuits stop working, this one hurts. For decades, those cheddar biscuits drew Canadians in, but now, cold biscuits, rubbery lobster, and bankruptcy headlines. An Ontario travel survey found that only 8% of Canadians stopped at Red Lobster in 2024, down from 30% a decade ago. Endless shrimp feels more like endless regret. When even nostalgia fails, you know it's over. But none of these collapses compare to what's happening at the biggest name in fast food, the one chain you thought was untouchable. Number 1, McDonald's, the brand that lost its bite. It should be untouchable, the golden arches, global dominance. But for Canadians traveling in the US, McDonald's is now a letdown. The fries taste off, the burgers feel lifeless, the stores dirtier, dimmer, and slower than Canadian locations. A viral TikTok comparing McDonald's Canada versus US was brutal. From packaging to freshness, the US version lost every category.
You couldn't even finish it.
No, not worth it.
Canadian spending at US McDonald's dropped 29% in the last year. That's not just fries going cold, it's an empire slipping. And if even McDonald's is losing Canadians, who's next? And this is where it gets wild. Trump's tariffs were supposed to protect American jobs. Instead, businesses crumble, workers lose hours, Canadians vanish. America first, more like America lost. Ordinary people on both sides of the border are paying the price for political vanity. Makes you think, right? Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit subscribe for more hard-hitting deep dives like this.